Craig, Zlatan has been gone from Major League Soccer for months, and now some of the very, very good stories are starting to come out. The latest comes from San Jose defender Florian Ljungwirth on a Twitter Q&A session. Here's what he said about how Zlatan was treating his Galaxy teammates last season. Quote, "Everyone was so scared of him, and I was just laughing because everyone was like a little kid. They were like, 'Daddy, can I get something from you?'" All right, Craig, who comes off looking worse here, Zlatan or the little kids on the Galaxy?
Florian Ljungwirth, is he the German player?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Well, he was laughing. I saw a clip of him last year, and I showed the boys in FC of the worst piece of defending I think I've ever seen from a professional footballer. I swear to God, honestly, I can't remember who it was against. I showed it to Ali Moreno, and I said, "Who's this?" Because obviously he's got more knowledge of Major League Soccer than the rest of the boys that were sat in the studio at the time. He said, "That's a guy, German guy, Florian something." I've never seen anybody defend like that in all my life. It was an incredible clip. So why he's laughing at anybody remains to be seen. Look, at the end of the day, I don't know what, I'm sure Zlatan doesn't care. That's the bottom line here. He came in, he exuded his arrogance. You knew you were going to get that. He performed on the field. He basically rubbished some of the things about Major League Soccer publicly, whether you agree with that or not. That's what he did. He brought headlines. He brought everything else. He brought his arrogance. He brought his aura. He brought the quality that we know. And he's not going to be fussed about anybody, I would think, in Major League Soccer, be it Don Garber or anybody else filtering down who has a go at him.
Herc, maybe you'll answer the question that Craig won't. Who looks worse in this, the little kids or Daddy?
Florian Ljungwirth. Yeah, let me tell you why. Did he not call him a Fiat? Do you remember the League of Fiats and he's a Ferrari? He's talking about him as well. He's talking about San Jose and the San Jose players. He didn't have a comment about that. He wants to take shots at the LA Galaxy players who were tormented by Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And listen, this speaks bad of both of them. It speaks bad of the players for not speaking up for themselves, but also Zlatan for thinking he's above everything, even though I will agree with what Craig said. He pretty much was in Major League Soccer. You see what he did, 52 goals in 2 seasons. You see what he propelled that market to with the Galaxy to, the off-the-field drama, the way we paid attention here in the media. It's part of the show. But his teammates, they don't have to be culpable for that. They don't have to take the brunt of that so everybody else gets entertainment. I'm left with this image in my head, and I don't know if Craig remembers it, but it's an LA Galaxy wall. It's a free kick, and Sebastian Lletget is on one side, and he tries getting close to Zlatan. And Zlatan's like 3 feet taller and 100 pounds bigger and thicker than what is Sebastian Lletget. It looks like it's his little brother, and he shoves him quickly off to the side. It was the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen on the field, but I died laughing. That was Zlatan and the entertainment value that he brought.
Yeah, Lletget is still complaining about that, by the way.
Yeah. Listen, Sebi, do you think Messi doesn't get frustrated at what he's seen at Barcelona at times?
Oh, but it's different. It's different. No, this is another level. You know that.
No, but yeah, listen. We've seen Cristiano Ronaldo get frustrated with his teammates at Real Madrid. We've seen him back in the time when he was playing at the Bernabeu, throwing his arms up when Gareth Bale made a mistake. Gareth Bale, one of the great players of his generation, playing for a Galactico at the Bernabeu, scoring of great goals, including one in the Champions League final, an overhead kick against Liverpool. Yet we saw Ronaldo be frustrated with him. We've seen Zlatan at AC Milan, his side who have been struggling in Serie A, get frustrated with his teammates. So when you take that to Major League Soccer, and you take it to LA Galaxy, who are a decent side, but they're no Real Madrid, they're no Barcelona, and they're not even in a level with a sort of struggling AC Milan side, then it's going to be difficult for anybody not to be frustrated. Now, I hear you, and I hear people say, well, you should rise above that. It's difficult. It's difficult when you're going in 5-6 times a week to training and things are just not happening the way you want it. How do you think I feel when I'm working with you?
Touche. Craig.
People say to me, I get frustrated. That's why I shout at you.
What would you have said to him? Because the little I know about you, I don't think you would have taken somebody yelling at you and gesticulating all over the field very well.
Well, listen, sometimes you've got to stand up to a bully. And if you feel someone is bullying you on the field or on the training ground, and I'm not saying that's what it was, but sometimes it can feel that way. then you've got to stand up for yourself. But every individual's different. Some people just welter away, and others will stand up and say, listen, hey, cut that out. I'm doing my best, and let's rise above it. I wouldn't stand for something. If somebody was trying to diminish what I was trying to achieve, I wouldn't have stood for it, whether it be... I mean, I was lucky. I played with some great players, some big Italian internationals and beyond. And whilst they didn't get involved in that, I think they understood most of the guys they were working with would not have stood for it. The trouble is Major League Soccer, when he came in, and as it sometimes is portrayed, rightly or wrongly, has a little bit of an inferiority complex. So he already felt the chest was out and that everyone was doing him a favour by him coming there. And so he exuded that maybe extra little bit of arrogance and confidence. And unfortunately, when results didn't go their way, his teammates probably more often than not bore the brunt.
Herc, bottom line, you think Zlatan's a good teammate or a bad teammate?
I think he is show, and I think this is a show for Zlatan. This is what Zlatan is. I'm sorry. He is show, and this is what comes with the territory. Two thoughts really quick. Cristiano Ronaldo does this, and Cristiano Ronaldo is not humble. He's all about himself. He only thinks of himself, only cares for himself, doesn't care about his teammates. Zlatan does this, and we immediately just think, oh, it's part of the show. It is what Zlatan is. That's my first thought. Second thought is it brings me back to a time when I played with Kansas City. Now, bear with me. Claudio Lopez, new designated player. Piojo Lopez just gets signed to Kansas City. He would come out and just thrash the players, sometimes deserved, other times not. He was just frustrated, like Craig said, with his teammates. I remember a young Roger, correct me, what's his name?
Espinosa.
Roger Espinosa, under international player. His very first year, he would take it until one day he didn't. Until one day he slapped Claudio Lopez in front of all of us at a training session. Claudio Lopez never once again spoke to him in that manner. And it's about, and I'm not advocating aggression or abuse or battery against somebody, but it's about standing up for yourself. And these players are standing up for themselves now, but when he was there, they didn't do it. So it's those missed moments that you may regret. And I'm not saying somebody should have slapped Zlatan, but maybe you should have spoken up then.
Herc, great story. I just think you may have given Craig an idea of how to deal with me next time I step out of line, and that makes me nervous.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.